movement. He does the job that he needs to do and get that frag on the exit. Absolutely
We
brilliant.
just witnessed the greatest moment in Wales history as an e-sport. It was absolutely incredible.
Overcome the biggest team to win the Intel Extreme Masters.
Welcome back to ESL TV in the Intel Extreme Masters American Championship Finals, and now, finally, at 2:30 a.m. or something, whatever, lost track of time like 5 hours ago, I think. Some Counter-Strike 1.6, and first up will be Team EG in action, and they're going to be playing a local team, I believe, who came in at the last minute to swap places with Frag Dominant, is Kindred. So that's going to be the first game that we have here today. And are you excited for a bit of Counter-Strike, Toss?
Always looking forward to Counter-Strike. Should be great. North American CS is not what it once was. The days of great rivalries between the top two teams that were then 3D in complexity with other teams that could occasionally chirp up with something are long gone. And now it's a case of CEG try and catch EG.
Yeah, indeed, and I think this is going to be a bit of a tough challenge for a lot of these teams to nudge out EG and complexity. But of course, we will be playing best of one here in the group stage. But before we go actually into the game, these guys just getting ready and all into the server so we can start very shortly. We actually have an interview with Nothing from Team EG. Obviously, he sat down with Carmack, I believe, yesterday. So let's see what he has to say before this game.
Jordan Gilbert, also known as Nothing. How are you today?
Good, you?
I'm not so bad, especially after I've heard a story of how you got here. So, let me get this straight, because I only just found it out. You were being driven somewhere along the way to Edmonton with a shuttle. You were talking to the driver along the way, and at the end of the day, what did the driver say?
Wow, that's amazing. Actually, it was after I was talking to the rest of my teammates. He had heard me talking, and as we were leaving, he said, "Have a nice day, ladies and gentlemen." And supposedly he thought I was a woman in the back seat talking or something the whole time. I don't know. Maybe it's because of my beautiful golden hair. Either or, it happens.
And Tommy is just dying out of the shot.
Later.
Oh, tell me a story about him then.
A Tommy story? God, off the top of my head.
There are probably a lot of these.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the summary of most Tommy stories are him going out drinking after the tournament, and most recently I think I remember him not remembering anything, but in DreamHack somehow being at the hotel with us drinking by our hotel, and then later that night we're getting a call from someone to pick him up from DreamHack. So it appears even when he's drunk he can't get enough video games. So. And that can be embarrassing in many aspects since we don't really know where he went and what he did at DreamHack that whole night. But
maybe video games are the official story and something totally different happened. But let's get down to the serious stuff, the Intel Extreme Masters American Championship. Do you consider your team the strong #1 favorite for the trophy?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely do. I think we could beat COL if we play our normal game, and if we play, strong and let them know that we're not going to back away. And we know COL is a team who's very well structured in how they play, so I think if we maybe could throw a wrench into their gears, so to speak, we might be able to win this pretty confidently.
Tommy said that you will most likely be very anti-stratted by complexity. How do you think you're going to be dealing with that? Are you going to start throwing out random rounds at them, or?
With COL, yeah, definitely. We're definitely going to be throwing in like a lot of random stuff. You don't want to fall into too many patterns, so we're going to try to stay random, and that's our game plan.
So what are the main strengths of Team EG?
I think the fact that with our practice and the way we practice, everyone kind of gets on a certain page in a sense that we have to just stick to our game plan thoroughly throughout everything. And along the way, we have to learn everyone's strengths in that game plan. And I think it's pretty standard, and we just try to work along that because we obviously have our own things we still need to work on to be able to be a better team. And we feel that's probably our most consistent thing right now is to just stick to our our own game plan and try to use and exploit our own strengths as much as possible individually.
And in your own opinion, you've been to several events already with Team EG international events. You've played against international teams. Tommy said that basically you have the potential to beat basically anyone on a map. What is missing for you guys to consistently beat the top teams in best of threes?
I don't know. It's like every time I think we lose those big games, you know, when we talk about it, and we always talk about the little mistakes we made, and I think that's always what it comes down to when we lose versus like SK or something, since we've lost to them in so many close games. And I think mainly for us, we're going to have to just pick up our consistency and make note of those things. And I don't know, it comes down to all of us individually. We just need to stick to our game plan thoroughly and make sure we don't make those little mistakes and just stay consistent throughout the game, because the simplest thing I could recall versus SK is like someone not asking for a flash on like a 4v2 retake for a certain peak, which would have won us probably the game right there. And that kind of stuff just can't happen. So I think once you make the transition into making that a natural part of our game, then we'll be a lot more consistent in a top contender.
So would it be, it sounds like either experience or confidence is lacking?
Maybe. I don't think it's that much experience. I think with different changes of players, we've been kind of in limbo occasionally trying to figure out our actual strength as a unit. And even for me, I've been kind of changing my roles around from going from entry person to lurking more to, you know, so we've been changing our strategy and trying to find out our niche, and we're working on it.
Okay, well, most likely, well, let's not deceive anyone here. Most likely you will qualify from either second or first place to the Intel Extreme Masters World Championship. Who are you looking forward to meeting in Hanover, in Germany?
I don't know. Any of the top teams that are playing, I would say SK at least. I'm not sure who else. I don't know. I always like playing all the good teams. The teams that, you know, when you win or you make it far, no one could say like they had an easy route. So I think that would be the best thing for us, just to have a nice, good competition and do well versus them.
Okay, and one last question. Before the actual interview, I wrote on Facebook that I would be interviewing EG players, and I asked the fans who they would like to see on an interview like that. They mentioned you. Why are you, one of the most popular CS players in America?
Nothing but headshots. Is that what I heard in the background? No, I mean that's one thing that I hear a lot, just because of my Counter-Strike frag highlight movie, and I don't mind getting attention from it. I think the thing that bothers me is like I don't like extra attention for no reason. Like I've always wanted my reputation to come from being a successful Counter-Strike player, so it's like I don't go and brag to other pros about that or talk to anyone about it. I just let my movie be made. But to answer your question, I think that's probably one of the original reasons, and as well as the fact that when Danny and all those players went to DirecTV League, I was kind of left in the top echelon of what was left of American scene, so I was just kind of representing them for a little while, and that's probably why.
Is CS a hobby for you, or is it more of a job and something you want to be really doing? Like in your portfolio, do you write Pro Gamer proudly?
Yeah, I think I will. I'll probably put it in there. But yeah, like you said, I think it's mostly a hobby. Always has been for me, and this is actually the first year that I've ever questioned that, thinking is it still a hobby, and it definitely is, and that's why it's kind of unfortunate sometimes you see the scene going down in popularity and tournaments and whatnot. So I'm going to try to keep supporting as long as I can the community and keep my priorities in line to make sure I know when it's time to call it quits.
All right, and last thing I want to say to you is good luck in the tournament.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
So that was nothing from Team EG, giving some insider stories there into his life as a woman, also bus drivers thing, and also Lurpis's extracurricular activities. I was actually at DreamHack, and I did experience a couple of members of Team EG who will remain nameless, who are also having lots of fun, let's say, at roughly 5 a.m. But to be fair, I was just going out to party at that time, so, can't really complain.
You party, Joe?
Well, it has been known, but only on occasions when I'm really, really happy.
Like last night?
Yeah, last night was pretty fun, but more of a body clock adjustment experiment. Let's call it that.
Yes.
And it worked apparently. So, you know, I can't do it tonight since we only get like 5 hours sleep, and then we're back here again in the studio to bring you all tomorrow's games. Right now, just looking down the server, we are missing one from Kindred, and hopefully we should get him back in. That's Kangol, and he is in the spectators right now.
Remember, it's group stage matches, which mean we have to play all 30 rounds. Some may say that's the most exciting thing they've ever heard. Many won't.
Yeah, me included. But we're going to go to a quick commercial break here before we get things underway. They've got to knife and what have you. When we come back, it's Kindred versus Team EG. Welcome back then to ESL TV, and we're going to get straight into the game. No messing around, because we've already missed the knife round and the start of the pistol here. Right now, only one man remains for Kin, and he has just been distributed by Good For Nothing. Good word, I think there for kill. Just a quick rundown on the teams for Kin. We have Masterplan, Kangol, Bonfire, Chris Strong, and Brandom. And for EG, of course, is Good For Nothing, Storm, who is tagged up as Wood, Lurpis, who's got his name backwards, Nothing, and Fraud.
I'm glad that you pointed out the Good For Nothing, because my instinct was to call him Griffin. However, we are away. EG are certainly the team who will be setting the pace in this tournament. They're the team to beat. Since this time last year, it was it was a week before CeBIT of last year, EG made this pickup. That was something that certainly made the headlines for all of the rivalry reasons and so on. And ever since that point, they've not looked back. They've not had the greatest ride. I think they would have been looking for a return on investment a lot earlier.
Yeah, certainly, and I talked about this actually in our little preview show that the EG management, you know, we know they're a healthy organisation. They've put a lot of kind of faith into their plans for Counter-Strike this year, and you know, EG managing a third place at the Arbalete Cup last weekend, I guess it was already, and Complexity the weekend before that getting a third place at DreamHack. So you know, it's promising stuff right now for the American scene, but obviously this is an all-American affair, and this time we don't have any Brazilian teams in there to cause any upsets, although they're going through their own turmoil at the minute.
Now, the Team EG side also were at WCG 3 weeks ago, and they threatened to play well, but they didn't. Well, they played okay, but they threatened to do very well. They've got the potential, I think.
Yeah.
In 6 months' time, I think they'll be there beating the Swedes.
Yeah, you know, the addition of Lurpis for me was a real big turning point in their progression as a team. I mean, obviously to bring him in, really, in my eyes, and it kind of refreshed the whole mentality, even maybe you could say in the whole American scene. I mean, EG were the trendsetters this year, and they were the team that got other teams involved once again, and really made everyone think, okay, well, EG are back, you know, got a big team there, why not play as well? Well, this round we're going to have a quick rush in from Kin onto the banana side. There is a man at the back there. It is going to be Good For Nothing. Fraud is around as well. Two of them actually sat down here just by the lower wall. Good For Nothing is dead, and we have now a 3-on-3. Bomb planted. Double grenade kill from Storm, and another one there onto Kangol, and he will walk in, and someone has stolen his defusal points, but I'm sure he's not too bothered about that. And EG are going to pick up the first gun round of the game, 4-0. Good
start for EG. They'll be looking to close this one out without incident. I remember at World Cyber Games going to dinner with EG, and their manager, Scott, was saying, do it. Don't mess around. Because in the group stages, of course, they had, I think, India and Pakistan in their groups.
Yeah.
And Scott was not allowing them to take their foot off the pedal. He wanted, you know, full 30-0 score lines, and he'll want it again out of this one. And you can only hope that they'll take this game as seriously as possible, because it's a great time to get acclimatized to the environment as well.
Yeah, I mean, they're playing in, a different kind of arena that we usually see. I'm assuming there's lots of noise there and what have you. And, every event feels different, not only in obviously your play style, but the environment that's around you. And obviously, EG will be looking for a good start, and they certainly have it right now. This is another bye round for Kin. And, well, at the moment, it looks like Bonfire is going to be rushed down. And EG, if we look at their positions, completely surrounding him here. And actually... Good for Nothing is going to come in and get the knife frag at the end as he was flashed up behind the box. But EG, they look relaxed already. The way they're playing here, that first gun round, they were sat back a little bit. But that one, they pushed straight in there and they wiped the floor with them.
Yep. 5 rounds to 0 in favour of EG. Very, very positive start. They will look to be closing this one out ASAP. They'll want to get to 16, then they'll want to get to 30. For Kin, this could be a very, very painful hour.
Yeah, certainly could be. And the overlay actually that we've got up there on the scoreboard, this is not frag dominant. Kin were actually brought in last minute, a local team from Edmonton to do the business there. But yeah, made all these earlier. So for the sake of argument, let's just pretend. Although I guess the frag dominant guys won't like that. Right now, this round, things again. Very aggressive off the start for Team EG, and they have got the first kill via Lurpis, who's picked up both Chris Strong and Kangol. Random here, camped down by that T-ramp, and they've got the first 2 kills, and this is something that, they've got to be a little bit wary about, I think, EG. That they don't push in too aggressive, and don't really give things away, and I mean, for Kin, they're obviously not really pushing at all here. They're sitting back and kind of being spanked in the spawn, but it could work there in their advantage as well. This time is Storm who gets 2 kills, and it's now all on Bonfire, who is about to ignite at some point very shortly, I think.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, it's clever, wasn't it?
Bonfire, ignite.
Yeah.
So if he goes down in a blaze of flames, then that would fit too?
Well, I mean, he got 1 kill at the end, and if he got just another one to bring it down up to a 1v1, there could be fireworks as well.
Oh.
I don't even lose it at 3 a.m.
Joe Miller on the ball all day, every day. 110%, baby. Here we go. Round number 7. Promises to be better than round number 6.
Does it?
It does. I was promised. And so here we go with Bonfire and Kindred charging up the right. And, of course, by this point, 6 rounds down, the money system will be coming in to help Kindred because otherwise they just wouldn't have any weapons the entire match. But EG aren't going to be so forgiving. 2 frags on the board. Master Plan comes back in with 1. Kangal has got himself a frag on the ball. And we're at 3 on 3 here. And Kindred have got themselves a handful of frags across this match. And technically they are just making up the numbers as they were the replacement team. But they are offering a little bit more than just that. On occasion. Nothing gets himself the frag onto Chris Strong, and now we have just 2 men left to find. They find one of them. It's Kangol that goes down. Last man standing is Master Plan. What is his master plan, I wonder? He's got to have one. He's got to have something up his sleeve. And the master plan has started with a frag onto Storm. But he didn't see that one coming. He needed a plan B.
I think this lineup actually has a lot of names in it which we can utilize for our, awesome puns.
Chris is looking strong.
Yeah. Master Plan, Bonfire, Brandom. Kangol's the only one that escapes.
We can call him a kangaroo.
Yeah, I don't want to jump to conclusions, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It took me a while to get that one.
Well, again, it's going to be another early rush for EG and an early sit back and wait for Kindred. They've already lost the 1 man. That was Master Plan. Here's Kangol losing out to Lurpis as well. Storm has picked off Chris Strong. And I'd love to see a bit of aggression, actually, from Kindred.
They're very passive.
I wouldn't say they're very passive. I'd say they're just not moving. It doesn't quite work as passive. There goes Lurpis onto Brandom. And that will be the kills. 8-0. And, of course, we will play all 30 rounds. And, of course, there's a possibility that all 30 could go to EG as well.
It's a very, very strong possibility.
I've not actually heard of Kindred before. maybe that's just my ignorance. I mean, the North American CS scene, I have to admit, is not my strongest point, but I certainly don't recall anything in the news about them. But look at this, they're going to do a fast push, but it's only with Deagles. And they are getting naded pretty heavily. Here comes Lurpis and Nothing, just kind of camped together there and spraying away to get the kills. And it's a quick 9-0.
You missed one there, Joe. When Bonfire threw a grenade, he lit the fire with the nade.
Wow.
It's all right. I'll forgive you. I'm sure you'll use that one later. You saved that one.
Yeah, it's going in the book of bad jokes.
Gotwood, Storm does, as he makes his way down the middle with the EG side in tow. As Kindred...
Lurpis is going to come around here and just be like, bam, 1, 2, 3. Oh no, he's only got 1. Chris proved too strong for him there.
Oh.
But Nothing won't let anything happen in this round to his team, and we'll bring it back. The puns are going to keep coming, so if you don't find them funny, I suggest you, well, stop listening.
Yeah.
Here's Brandon. He's bought himself an AWP, and, well, he couldn't really do much in the middle there. Fraud's like, yeah, I know how to use one of these things, apparently. I've done it a few times before. I'm kind of famous for it, even. So let's watch Fraud, see what he can do. You know, actually, he's not going to get a peek because Kindred aren't actually pushing anywhere early on.
He'll just have to run down the middle and point-blank range it. Here he goes, as he will charge up this netting. His instincts will make him try and play pro and peek, but
he's
no,
like, oh, little jump. Oh, they're not rushing here. Let's have a look. Oh, no, they're not pushing up there either, just yet.
They are very, very defensive. There's a gunshot somewhere. They've gone somewhere. Nothing finds Chris Strong and proves to be too hot for him as Fraud and his AWP connect onto Master Plan. And now it's all coming together like a good plan for Fraud. That was Tangle will get 1. Bonfire lights up, but Lurpis has got himself a frag, and now we're all on to find the Bonfire. There's a big smoke signal coming off the top of him. You should be able to see him from a way off. And, there he is. He's got himself the frag onto Lurpis, and here comes Fraud taking fire, and now we'll dart around the corner. Fraud is 1 on 2s, but good for nothing. Proves he's good for something. And that's putting out fires.
11-0. Team EG here, 100% so far. And looking at the scoreboard, yeah, 14-3 for Fraud, 14-5 for Storm. Chris Strong, 2-11 right now. Master Plan, the only one able to come up with the goods for Kin. Let's get around to Fraud again. Oh, he's watching out for flashes this time. Oh, actually, there was a grenade up middle. Fraud gonna have a peek here. Not seeing anyone due to that smoke. And again, if we look at the overlay, it's kind of slow and it's kind of sat back, let's say, for this team of Kin. But they've got 2 kills. It's now a 3-on-3. Nothing has knifed Kangle. There goes Storm. It's now all on Chris Strong, who will be found by Storm. And that will bring us to 12. And this is one of the fastest games I've seen in a while.
I've got one for you, Joe. A pun we didn't think of using.
Yeah.
Team EG strat book, $10. Ticket to Edmonton, $50. ESL runs a great event, but for everything else, there's Master Plan. See? It's like the MasterCard advert, but with Master Plan.
Yeah, it was great.
I was thinking about that the whole round.
Forgive me if I don't write that one down. Here's Brandon.
I'll write it for you.
He's got himself an AWP. So does Lurpis, and so does Fraud. And there's Lurpis point blank range, and Lurpis again onto Brandon. Absolutely brilliant here. You know, not to disrespect Kin here, but they're just in a different league completely to EG, and it's a lower league.
EG are playing in the Master League. Counter-Strike prize distribution for you is first place takes home $15,000, second takes home $7,000, third takes home $3,000, fourth takes home $1,500, fifth and sixth both take home $1,000, seventh and eighth take home $750. So the Kin guys will be taking home money regardless.
Yeah. That's a good thing, you know. We have a few dropouts. The local teams get their chance to have a bit of a game against the pros and take home a little bit of cash as well. So we won't complain about that. Here's Chris Strong, one of 2 remaining players. It is a 2 versus 2. In fact, now it's a 2. Yeah, it's still a 2-on-2. Storm was already dead. As Frod will watch out here in netted sight. Good for nothing. Watching over by Banana. And right now, 19 HP. Lurpis's James Bond theme song. Yeah, and then it's going to be like, then the Frod theme tune, which I don't know it, but apparently we're not going to play it either because Chris Strong has taken down 1. And Kin are going to get the bomb down. Brilliant stuff here in the 14th round from the Canadians. Now, what can they do? It's good for nothing versus Chris Strong and Brandon. There goes the flashing. And he's going to take damage. Good for nothing. Takes out 1. Where's the second? Chris Strong is going to camp out here in the apartments. And good for nothing is already starting on the defuse, and he went for the sneaky little ninja. But Chris Strong came in, and would you believe it? They have managed a round. It's 13-1, final round of the first half.
We could do a little competition for who can come up with the best puns.
Yeah.
On the stream, on the website. Anything you can post on the website. I can't find the part of it that has all the comments.
If you go down. There.
Ah, here we go. No, this is only 5 comments.
If you click the little refresh button, actually up at the top. There, down, 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 down. Stop, there.
Right, so post your comments.
Oh, you picked on tomorrow's comments.
Yeah. Post your comments on the tv.esl.eu website for your best puns for usage of the Kindred names. And the best one will win a suite. You have to come and collect the suite from the studio, and we can't promise it'll be here.
We'll maybe let you in if you come at the correct times. But, you know, we've got cherries and cola bottles and other...
We don't have any cola bottles anymore.
Fruity goodness. So, final score at the end of the first half is 14-1. No messing around. We're getting straight into the second half, and now EG are on the T side. So we're going to see some fast pushes here, I think, as they look to get the victory on this pistol round. No messing around. Master plan is down. There's Brandon, though, camped behind the box. He's going to get himself 2. Chris Strong will get 2 at the end. And wow, they've given themselves a lifeline here on the CT side. Winning pistol. That brings us to a 14-2 scoreline.
Now, we do have to a shout out to Joshua Towers, who did make a fantastic comment on the TV.ESL EU site, saying he rebooted his computer 5 times because he couldn't get the sound to work, not realizing that the sound was on our problem, on our end. So that is very much a Towers thing to do if you've ever met him.
This is a slow calculate. Oh no, it's not. They all the rest of them rushed in up onto Banana site. Totally missed that one. Brandon got the first kill with his FAMAS. Here comes Frod charging in. Nothing will actually get the frag. And Frod has got himself a FAMAS. Bomb plant's going to come in. Nothing again with the Deagle headshots. And it's a 4-on-2. Bomb ticking away. There goes Kangol. And it's now all on Chris Strong, who was the hero of this team for the last round. He's got himself 1, but there's a FAMAS of Lurpis. And that is going to be 15 rounds to 2 in favour of Team EG.
Now remember, 16 is the round normally to win, but we've got to do all of the rounds because it's group stage. That's why we need you, watchers of ESL, to come up with the puns.
Yeah. You send us your jokes, and you know you can look at the teams on intelextrememasters.com and find out some more names which we could use in future matches. And even some of the European players, why not? You can give us whatever you want, as long as it's funny. If it's not,
funny or abusive.
That's you. Here comes Frod. Finds himself 1 at close range there. Onto Chris Strong, who has kind of camped behind the box. I think the rest of Kin are all here on Banana. Yes, they are. And they're going to walk instantly into Storm, who will get himself 2. Final man is Brandon, 1-on-5. And this could be the winning point for Team EG. Brandon will kill nothing. He's got an MP5 now. Like a true counter-terrorist. Look for the frags, and actually he's got the kill onto Good for Nothing as well. He could be the hero or not as Frod comes around with a deagle, and that is going to be the victory for Team EG. 16 rounds to 2. But guess what? We're playing them all.
Now, we know that our friend Carmack over in Edmonton is open to suggestions. He is the product manager of
the Intel Extreme Masters.
Now, here's my suggestion for him. during group stages in situations like this, when it gets to 16, start the next match at the point where it gets 16, so you can switch from one to the other.
Brilliant.
I know. However, Mr. Too Good Harding was pointing out that Carmack's been having some difficulties lately, so we'll let him off.
Here's nothing. Good bit of solo play. He's going to lose his AK to Kangol, though. Bomb planted. Kangol got 2 friends remaining here. No, now he doesn't. Bonfire and Chris Strong dead. Kangol, not really sure what he's waiting for here. Oh, he was waiting for Lurpis, trying to be a bit sneaky, but it didn't quite work out for him, and he will go down.
17-2 the score with another 11 rounds still to go and 2 more matches of CS after this, so we've got your evening planned all out. If you were thinking about sleeping, think again. We have a master plan for that. As we will spy Bonfire ready to light up round number 20. As he makes his way across. Lurpis is there. A few shots coming up from him as Team EG are going to just push in. Here we have Chris Strong proving how strong he is with the AWP, downing from point-blank range 1, then gets himself a headshot onto Storm. He's now looking for frag number 3. He misses at point-blank range, but EG are many men down. It's all on Chris Strong now, though, and nothing at point-blank range will not get the knife. Chris Strong finishes him off. It's 1 versus 1. Fraud versus Chris Strong. Can he do it? No, he can't. But it was close.
Yeah, so close to being knifed there. I think that barrel was actually inside nothing in some orifice, maybe, or maybe not. And of course, the game already over here. It was 16-2 overall, actually an 18-2 right now. Let's have a look. Just some random pick-up kills there from Brandon, says Miffy. Yeah, certainly. I don't think we need to really comment on the kind of skill level. We can see that they're obviously a league above here, our Team EG. And there's Lurpis with his para. This is what you call wall banging. Spam those rounds. This is what you call sky banging, roof banging.
No, it's over with the
circular floor banging. There's terms for all of these moves in Counter-Strike. And of course, the para has enough bullets for all of them. However, we have Chris Strong, and we know he's strong, but he couldn't see the trees for the wood. Damn!
That's good. Very good. I'm impressed.
It's a good one. Well, EG right now, 19-2. They're up. And certainly, this is not going too well for Kindred, who will maybe expecting to finish somewhere around the bottom of their group here. I'm going to watch Lurpis because he's got para and he's awesome.
He keeps getting kills with it.
Yeah, I think he's got 3 kills in the last 2 rounds with it. Good thing for spamming walls. Not particularly good for the old aim, but, you know, who needs aim when you've got that many rounds?
Yeah.
3 versus 3. Doable round here. Apart from when Captain Lurpis come in. He just walked past a guy.
Someone.
Yeah! That was awesome. Here's Lurpis again, spamming up. Where are they? Oh, there's Brandon close range. Flashes are going to come around. Master Plan's grenade has killed Storm. Hey, and it's all on Frod.
Oh, I was hoping it'd be all on the para.
Here's Frog. Gets himself one. He's not expecting the guy to come from that side. I thought it was behind Master Plan, actually, but he's not going to be. And Brandon comes in with the USP. Going to get the kill. Is he going to get the defuse? No, he has totally failed because he ran around that side of the box instead of getting it. And Bonfire, his teammate, is laughing his ass off at that move. And that will bring us to a 20-2 scoreline. And we've only got 8 rounds remaining, which is such a shame, in my opinion. I'd like to see a best of 3. Best of 5, maybe. Yeah, of course, the thing about tournaments with, you know, not all top-level teams, you know, with maybe 2 or 3 tiers of teams is that the first day, just due to the seeding system, you can often see, you know, a few games which are slightly one-sided. He has nothing, though, with his bit of a scout. And he actually must have hit Master Plan because that grenade took him straight out. Nothing's aggressive with this scout. He's not worried about his positioning. Bomb will be planted. Here comes Nothing. He's seen a guy, and that was an unscoped headshot from Nothing onto Bonfire with his scout. Yeah.
Ridiculous.
We're seeing some display of how to use the alternative weapons in the game of Counter-Strikes.
Now, Miffy's come up with a suggestion. Para fireworks for lack of bonfire. It's a little out there, but he's the only one that's actually come up with someone.
Disappointing, guys. Come on, I know there are lots of you still watching. I know
Schnatter's
there are lots of funny people out there. Here's Nothing again. Rushes up middle, gets deagled down. Frod's actually like really Mr. Serious this match, actually. He's only been playing with an AK. There's Master Plan. Gets himself 1 deagle headshot onto Good for Nothing. Kangol has come in to back up, but there is Frod. And Captain Para Lurpis takes down Chris Strong. And it's 2-on-2. Bomb ticking. Bonfire has cheekily stolen Nothing's scout here. And if you're going to do that, you got to put it to good use. Otherwise, the community's going to hate you forever. There's Lurpis, Captain Para taking down Kangol. He's just hit him there through the wall, just spamming him to death. Absolutely brilliant. Lurpis.
Surely that's the way to actually defend Banana. Just buy one of those and sit
If you had,
there.
2 people just sat there spamming.
This
From
one.
different positions. It's brilliant. I think this is a tactical enlightenment that EG are throwing onto the community right now.
Yep.
Here we go. Again, it's going to be Lurpis, who has had this Para, I think, for like every round so far. He's 12-4. Storm is playing serious. Good for Nothing has knifed Kangol. Grenade onto his teammate there for Nothing. And Lurpis, again, he's going to pick up a kill. Where's Chris Strong? He's a final man. Oh, and here he's in an injured position. He's going to get the close-range AWP kill onto Frod. Lurpis is going to nade Storm. Here comes that last man with the knife. Chris Strong has taken down one. He's got 2 more to escape from. Both of them chasing him down. And it will be Lurpis who gets him in the end. And EG are going to pick up another round. It's 23-2. 4 to go.
It's a close game. It's exciting. And we're ready to do it all over again.
Twice.
Yep. Miffy claims we've used up most of the puns. I beg to differ, Miffy. We've got 5 rounds left, and I think we're going to come up with another one.
There's got to be another one there. There's Frod shooting his teammate in the face. Storm will bring a couple back.
Strikes like lightning, did Storm. Before he gets thunderstruck by Bonfire, who's on fire before Nothing reduces him to a pile of ash.
Wow. That was a full set of like 4 kills.
Yeah, Miffy, think we've used them all up. Don't underestimate us.
Here's Brandon. Wow.
Shot.
Indeed, very good shot there. And actually, Frod and Nothing were watching anyway. Wasn't much of a close one. But EG taking that one a little bit more serious. Just like chilling and getting it done. Getting the job done. 4 rounds to go. This be one of them. Let's see what guns we've got this time. Yeah.
Auto sniper.
Auto sniper for Lurpis. Who's probably going to be awesome with it, to be honest. Because he's awesome with every gun. Especially the Para, which he is the captain of, and he's going to take down Bonfire early on. Where's the man on Banana? Bit of wall spam. thought he got a kill then, but it was Frog over the other side getting the knife kill onto Chris Strong. And here comes Kangol trying to defend. Good for Nothing has sprayed him down. And EG have their entry onto the A-bomb site and are going to plant the bomb. There's Good for Nothing just shooting his teammate in the back. How many Microsoft engineers does it take to take... How many Microsoft engineers does it take to change a light bulb? None. They just declare darkness the industry standard. Oh, that's pretty cool. Good joke.
It's not.
It's not, is it?
You're rubbish, IDQD. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
and you are a cheat. Just because your name is a cheat from Doom. Yeah. 25-2. This is not the time, but it's actually a little earlier than that, ironically. But, yeah. At the minute, it's certainly going well for Team EG, let's say. Best joke so far, 3 versus 3, doable. He's got a serious case of lupus.
What is that?
It's a disease, a skin disease, I believe. Google is your friend.
Good knowledge.
Google Images, actually.
Random comes up with a frag onto... It gets wood. Random gets wood. As Storm goes down. That's a new one. Before Lurpis's auto sniper is too strong for Chris. And now he's on the prowl for that.
Bam, there goes Lurpis. And actually, yeah, Brandon may be able to pull something out. 1 versus 2. He's over. Where's he going? Where's he going? Going to library. He's going to meet one from EG here. The bomb's ticking away, and he will spray down Nothing, who at that point was just running away with a knife. Didn't really do much. And there goes Frog just getting the little kill at the end there. 12-1. We've got some more, I think. It was good for Nothing that the wood did not catch on fire.
Let's hope the wood doesn't run into the bonfire again.
Hitting a Brandon headshot through the wall. Might not be that funny, but I'm tired. Yeah, let's hope wood doesn't run into bonfire again. That'd be dangerous for him.
We're clearly better at these puns than you are, guys.
Yeah.
Sorry. As
The thing is, when it becomes late, actually, the puns get better in the worst sense. They don't get cleverer; they just get more obvious and painful. But here's Master Plan, and you better have a plan because at the moment his team are down and out. There are 2 rounds to go. And this is one of them. Captain Para's already pretty much snuffed out the fire.
Oh, did you see that one?
Way.
She's on fire, fire.
Bonfire is in fact dead. And bottom fragging in this one. I need to get positive. Where should I play to get a kill, says Chris Strong. Somewhere in the African Championships, maybe.
Rush mid. Another server.
That's his teammates as well. Master Plan.
Here we go. He's going to rush mid. I can't remember who it was that was going to do it.
Chris Strong, I think.
Right. Do it, Chris.
Let's see.
How strong are you, Chris? Can you take them all? He's rushing down mid. He's going to do it. He's going to do it. Pushing forward. Needs to cover him. He and his M4
I bet
there.
all 5 of them are going to appear.
And there they are.
Obvious. There's Nothing actually getting a triple with the auto sniper. Captain Para Lurpis is up there as well. Doesn't even care that his teammates are in front of him. Just holding onto the trigger and firing as you go. Brandon here is the one in the sight. Does catch himself one, and it's now Frod versus Nothing and Frod. Or now just Nothing versus Bonfire. And let's have a look. Final round of this game. EG already won, and Nothing will get a jumping auto sniper headshot there to finish off the match at 28-2. And EG will pick up their first win in group stage in what was an interesting match.
We hope you enjoyed it.
Certainly did, from my point of view. Let's have a look. Yeah, well, we're going to read through some of your comments while, we take a little commercial break here. But when we come back, we'll have another match. And we'll give you the team rundown so you can send in your next entries, to do the competition all over again. We've got a few sweets for tonight. So, yeah, that was EG picking up their first victory here in the American Championship Finals. We'll be back with another game very soon.